the V8 Supercars on Charlotte's road course. Welcome, one and all. It's the semi-final of the AROC series from iRacing's Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'm Rick James, joined by the legendary Australian. Just crossed high noon over at his house, 8 p.m. Eastern in America. Mitch, welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yes, welcome to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Rick. It is a pleasure as always, and we're here at the road course. It was, of course, last week a wild race, and I think we could see an even more wild race here tonight.
Last week in Michigan, just the stuff of dreams. Warp Lotus in the chat says 8 cars gonna run in the backyard. Mama Vols with her greetings. Love you, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming through in the chat once again. Let's introduce the starting lineup for tonight's race. On the front row, Tommy Reynolds coming in clutch with the pole position. He's starting in that green colored number 7 on your right hand side. Repeat 1975 in the house. Cody Pannell in the maroon colored car, starting on the outside of row 1. Illinois' Al Simkowski starting on row number 2 next to Jeremy Brio, points leader coming into this race. Terry Gabbard and Cody Riggs sharing row number 3 here. Sam Roberts and Seth Wansing sharing row number 4. Then you've got John Honeybrink sharing with Charlotte, North Carolina's Ryan Pannell, big Panthers fan, starting ahead of Dustin Painter and Donald Ray in the rainbow and rose-colored cars, Justin Williams in the forest car, and Tommy Withers in the orange number 6. Then you've got Patrick Allen in the charcoal-colored number 45, Daniel Maddox in the burnt orange, and Tom Sears in the lime car, not making the starting lineup. Mitchie, it's time to go racing from Charlotte.
Reynolds on the pole, and he doesn't get the greatest of starts, and Cody Pannell will lead into turn number 1. So very close, and actually Tommy Reynolds is around.
Reynolds has gone around. Tommy Reynolds, put in the fastest lap of this race, dominated practice with the fastest times all afternoon long, and he's gone around in turn number 1. Mitchell, Cody Pannell leads, Jeremy Brio in the second position, Al Simkowski now sitting in third.
Look at that a little bit later on, but he actually just hit the curb. That's all really happened and just gone. So now it's the battle at the front between Cody Pannell and Jeremy Brio. So it's going to be an interesting fight between the top 3 at the front here in this one.
Al Simkowski from Chicago, Illinois in that Dayglow car. Patrick Allen's gone around at the back. Big crash out of turn number 1. Looks like Daniel Maddox has gone around as well. Tom Sears did in fact make the grid just starting from the pit lane, as did Daniel Maddox, and you can see no engine or no hood on the front of that car. There's Tommy Withers in the orange number 6 car. He's been involved as well. So that looks like 3 cars that may have been involved in that one. Allen, Withers, and Maddox. Cody Pannell at the front of this race. Jeremy in second. Al Simkowski in third. Mitchell, a calamitous first lap at Charlotte.
There's a lot of collisions happening. Well, not too many, but there was, as we saw there, a few cars getting involved there, but the front runners at the moment staying clear of each other and setting themselves in for the next 24 laps.
Let's see if we can find out what exactly happened with these drivers. Let's go to, this is Patrick Allen right here on this first lap. This is coming out of the infield section. Allen, it looks like he just got collected there. Yeah, it looks like the 6 of Withers might have just sent it a bit too hard in that one. Let's have another look, Mitchell. This is out of turn 1, Withers leading Maddox, leading Allen, and he just sends it just a bit too much. Nowhere for Daniel Maddox to go. Patrick Allen also getting involved in that one. The leaders crashed, Mitchell.
Yeah, the leader has crashed and a few other cars involved as well. Terry Gabbard out around as well. So don't know what's happened there. That is now given a change in the race lead.
One more look. Let's catch up with Cody Pannell. This is headed into what you might call the bus stop. This is Al Simkowski, who gets a little bit loose, and Cody Pannell on those cold tires gets a bit too vigorous with the gas pedal there, and he sends himself around, and there you see Ohio's Terry Gabbard making the same mistake. All of this in the first 2 laps. Atlanta Racing in the chat says, Racing Ricky, what's going on, ATL? Glad to have you here, buddy. Back to live pictures, Mitchell. It's Jeremy Brio leading this race in the lemon-colored number 74. Al Simkowski from Chicago, Illinois in the Dayglow Ford Falcon sitting in the 2nd position, and Kansas City's Seth Wansing now in the 3rd spot in that chartreuse or yellow Dayglow-colored Holden. But look at Cody Pannell right behind him in 4th place, Mitch, and with the fastest lap of the show, Mitch. Tommy Reynolds with a 1:19.13. He's now chasing down Sam Roberts for the 7th position.
It's all close at the front here at the moment, and Roberts and Reynolds right near each other here at the moment. Reynolds trying to fight his way back through the field here at the moment.
There we go. Let me unmute myself. Reynolds just spun his green-colored Holden right there. Mitch, let's ride on board and have a listen.
Yeah, the issue there. That's
Curbs.
an interesting
Curbs
one.
beat him.
The curbs around here, and we said it before, the curbs around here can be absolutely ruthless. We've seen it in real life, and we're seeing it here tonight.
The curbs really not taking any prisoners tonight, but Reynolds still on it now on the local driver. Here's Ryan Pannell from nearby Charlotte, very nearby Charlotte, growing up his entire life in the area, hearing stories of his family attending the first World 600. There goes Tommy Reynolds to the inside of the North Carolinian. Ryan Pannell in the 9th position. Not a bad run for the hometown hero thus far, but Tommy Reynolds, the clear favorite into tonight, running 8th. He's had 2 incidents. Daniel Maddox just goes off track here. He spun it in this very narrow area, Mitch. Hopefully, this is right after the beginning of the infield section. Looking at the track map, that's going to be turns between turns 5 and 6, and not a brilliant start for Maddox.
What a great start for Maddox there, and lap down as well. So gets it back going and try to see if he can salvage something out of this race.
Dan Maddox in that number 10 burnt orange Holden Commodore, sitting 16th of 17 drivers. Tommy Withers in that 17th position right now, 1 lap off the pace, but Withers just trying to get it moving. He's got Jeremy Brio right behind him, car 74, leading this race by 2.7 seconds over Al Simkowski. Cody Pannell in the 3rd position. Seth Wansing sitting 4th in his chartreuse-colored Holden. Texas Donald Ray sitting in the 5th position, making good use out of the rose-colored Ford Falcon.
And that is a beautiful rose-colored Ford Falcon color there. It is, in my opinion. But yeah, going along very nicely at the moment, trying to see what he can do. But I can tell you this right now, Tommy Reynolds is moving his way up through the field at the moment, and I'll tell you this right now, fans at home, look out for him for the rest of this race, because in qualifying, very quick, and just that start did not go his way. He's trying to find some pace to move up through the field with come up to 20 to go.
20 laps to go now. Jeremy Brio leading. You're watching the battle for 7th position. Kentucky's Cody Riggs in the slate-colored number 3. And then it's Sam Roberts in that alabaster-colored number 15 Ford Falcon. Looks like he's cut the curb there, Mitch, and he's had to give the position back as he smokes the tires following Cody Riggs. And Ryan Pannell now hot on the heels of Sam Roberts.
Yeah, Ryan Pannell trying to close in here on Sam Roberts at the moment. Sam Roberts trying to get absolutely everything he can out of this car at the moment here at Charlotte. And Charlotte's one of those tracks where you got to absolutely get everything you possibly can out of the car to get the best time.
Ryan Pannell still doing the hometown crowd proud with his 9th place performance thus far. You gotta give it up to Donald Ray, though. He just got around Seth Wansing. Let's go back and see this pass for the 4th position. Tommy Reynolds coming down pit road there, but this is Donald Ray, just textbook, Mitch, following in the draft of the Kansas City native, gets around the inside just before that hard braking zone, the final chicane, and he moves into the 4th position. He's up 10 places from where he started this race, Mitch.
Big move it was, simple move, but used it to perfection. Great move, and this is way up through the field and going to try and see if he can close in near that top 4. Ooh. Well, Rick, you look at the, I keep saying about Tommy Reynolds, you look at the gap, about 2 laps ago, 19 seconds to the leader, and he's now 15 seconds, so, but he's got cars to pass, so, again, look out for him. But Brio's in a good spot here at the moment. Position number 1, that's where you want to be. It's going to have to wait and see, Rick.
And there, I've really got to fix this mute button. I am messing up hard. But I was just saying Donald Ray lost 4th place to Seth Wansing once again. And now the Kansas City native trying to hold off the Texan right to the inside. Rich, I hope that the race comes down to a close battle on that last chicane, because that's going to be a great battle to see. Tommy Reynolds went purple last lap with a 1:18.90, 1:19.46, so not purple, but still the fastest lap anybody ran on this previous 7th lap of competition.
Yeah, quick pace here at the moment, and with the way Watson and Ray are barreling up ahead, I think we're going to see Tommy Reynolds in that fight very soon. So could see an interesting freeway fight here for position number 4 in this race.
Positions are going to be everything in this semi-final. Looking at the points coming into tonight's race, Jeremy Brio leads the standings 78 points to 66 points. Mitch, I'm looking at the right front fender of the points leader, Brio, and he's lost his gap. It's now 1.17 seconds, and that damage can't make matters any easier. Maddox has crashed, Mitch, come to a sudden halt in turn number 1. Back to the leader, Mitch. We're looking at the point standings. Terry Gabbard, currently running in the 12th position, comes into tonight 2nd in points. And Tommy Reynolds, who comes in 3rd in points, 6th, and absolutely tearing it up.
Absolutely. It's right here, right now. Jeremy Brio, position number 1. This is where he wants to be. Looking for a 3rd win. Can it happen? Who knows? There's still a bit to go in this race, and you've got fast drivers coming up behind, like Cody Pannell, who's trying to close in, who's now up into P2 in this race. It's going to be an interesting finish in this race. As we said, Rick, we would love to see a final battle into that final chicane on the final lap. We'll have to wait and see.
Looking at Seth Wansing, Donald Ray, and Tommy Reynolds. You're looking at Ray in 4th, Wansing in 5th, Reynolds in the 6th position. Reynolds with a 1:19.60, now chasing down Wansing for that position. There goes the green colored holding to the inside of the chartreuse colored Commodore. That's for the 5th position, and now he's got Donald Ray in his crosshairs, Mitch.
He's closing in on Donald Ray now. He might look for it here if he can get the run on him into that chicane, and if he can get that done, that'd be perfect, but he's going to do it now. He's going to go for the move, and he'll come through into position number 4.
Textbook move by Tommy Reynolds, and he is eating the miles between himself and race leader Jeremy Brio. The gap currently stands at 12 seconds. Jeremy Brio just 3/10 ahead of Cody Pannell, who's right behind him, and the damage has finally caught up to the lemon-colored car 74. Cody Pannell in the maroon-colored number 28 Falcon smokes the right front tire through the infield section, Mitch. Here goes the battle for first.
There's got a bit of traffic up ahead as well, so they're hoping those cars get out of the way, and they do. It's going to be an interesting battle here. Cody Pannell closing right in here on Brio for this race lead. Can he get it done is the question.
Out of the second corner, headed into the second chicane. Will Pannell make the move? No, he stays reserved behind the lemon-colored 7-4. Out of the infield section, Brio taking that inside line, making the racetrack as short as possible, Mitch. Pannell's going to have a chance headed into the final corner.
Pannell's going to see if he can get the opportunity here to go for it, and not for the time being, but he's right on him to hunt him down and go for that move. He can taste a chance of a move here at the moment, but he's just going to find where he can gain the momentum on him and go for it.
Out of that first and second corner, what they call Heartburn Turn, riding along with Cody Pannell to the inside of Jeremy Brio. He's right there. Will they touch? No. Pannell to the inside. Brio squirrely out of the corner. Cody Pannell, the Georgian, to the inside using maroon-colored Ford power, and he tries to put the 28 car in the front. Still side by side, Alsimkowski in the Dayglow orange number 99 Ford Falcon, watching with bated breath. Cody Pannell to the lead out of the infield section.
Alsimkowski behind him, might try to go for it here on Brio if he possibly can. Pannell, I think, has gone from the P1. He is up ahead. He's pulled away from Brio, but it's still close either way. If Brio can try to stick with him here and go for the run, we'll have to wait and see.
Atlanta Racing in the chat says, Georgia boy, let's go Ryan. And those were some sweet Georgia Peach moves into that infield section. Came out with the top spot, and coming to 14 laps to go as last week's winner John Honeybrink skids his midnight blue colored Falcon onto the front straight. Cody Pannell will put Honeybrink a lap down into the Heartburn Turn. Honeybrink skids it. There goes second. There goes third. And John Honeybrink, like a gentleman, will allow the faster cars to fly past him. Mitch, it'll be lucky number 13 laps to go next time by. These drivers must come down pit road. They do not have the fuel to go the distance. Dustin Painter has crashed.
Oh, and that is a bit going on there behind as well. But yeah, so we'll have to come in very soon. We're already seeing some drivers come in. But yeah, here's the replay.
Caught some air, you see that?
Oh, yeah. Caught some air. Just didn't get into the corner well at all. And, well, when you don't make the corner there, it's definitely a chance of getting some air.
Dustin Painter, another native North Carolinian, making his appearance tonight on one of his many, many home tracks. Glad to see a lot of love for the hometown flavors here. Speaking of love, you gotta say Tommy Reynolds has love for this racetrack because he is just chewing the time now. There goes Cody Pannell, he's in. Leaders are in, Mitch. Cody Pannell, Jeremy Brio are in. Chicago's Alsimkowski now to the front. He's got the undisputed lead as Atlanta Racing cheers 100 bits. I freaking love this guy. Thank you, Atlanta. I love you, pal. Alsimkowski to the lead, Mitchell.
Al, he's interesting, going for an extra lap, going for a different strategy as the front two come in. So interested to see if that changes anything. But yeah, leaders have come in. So they'll take their pit stops, and we'll see how it all plays out once everyone pits.
Alsimkowski leading this race. Tommy Reynolds in the second position, 8 seconds behind him. Cody Pannell comes out of pit road with fresh cold tires, mind you. No, let's not forget, Cody Pannell did go around in that second lap through the chicane on cold tires. Jeremy Brio just half a second behind him. Seth Wansing, Donald Ray now making their way out of pit road. There you see the burnt orange car of Dan Maddox and the alabaster car of Sam Roberts currently getting multiple seconds of repair. Al Simkowski's on his way in, Mitchell. Tommy Reynolds, 9 seconds behind, looks to inherit first.
Looks like he's going to come in as well. Though, things now starting to smooth out here at the moment. Everyone coming into the pits and making their pit stops here at the moment.
Look at Jeremy Brio, who gets around Cody Pannell for third, and then it's cousin Ryan Pannell who goes through that chicane there at Atlanta Racing, asking if Ryan and Cody Pannell are related. They are indeed, ATL. They are cousins, as Cody Pannell, the maroon of the two cousins, goes to the inside line on Jeremy Brio, tries to get first, can't make it stick, Mitchell. Side by side, they go into Heartburn Turn.
Brio gets up on the curve. He doesn't want to do what Tommy Reynolds did on lap 1. Holds on to it, but it looks like that pit stop has definitely helped out Brio here with pace, and he's going to try to see if he can get back at Cody Pannell with 12 laps to go in this one.
Both of these drivers chasing down second in points. Ohio's Terry Gabbard right now running in the 13th position, just on the tail end of the lead lap, praying for a caution or any happenings at this moment. Jeremy Brio behind that 2-8 with 11 laps to go. Next time by, Mitchell, the lemon-colored car is going to have a great run into the chicane.
He's coming at him again. Can he get this move done? No, he thinks about it, but just not enough, especially with traffic up ahead of Terry Gabbard up ahead in this one. And Cody's actually gone, and Jeremy will look for the lead.
There goes Jeremy Brio around the 2-8. Mitch, what did we say about the chicane? What did we say about cold tires? Brio gets the advantage, chasing down the blue car of Terry Gabbard. Here comes Pannell to the inside. Just can't get the nose right there. Brio with the undisputed new lead in car 7-4.
He gets that lead that he's had for most of the race until Cody Pannell caught him up. But he's going to see now if he can bridge that gap on Pannell here at the moment, but it won't be easy.
There lies the challenge. 0.8 of a second between Jeremy Brio and Cody Pannell. Al Simkowski from Chicago, Illinois, now into that third position once again in his Dayglow Orange Falcon. Tommy Reynolds, the fastest driver all night long in practice and in qualifying, with a couple crashes early on, sitting in the fourth position, 8 seconds behind Chicago's Al Simkowski. Brio leading, now putting Gabbard a lap down. Pannell has the blue car as the wedge between himself and race leader Jeremy Brio. There goes Gabbard on the inside. Is he holding up Pannell? No, but Pannell says he's not going to be held up, and there goes Terry Gabbard for a bit of a skid. Not sure what the thought process was there between the leader or how they were going to make that work, but it worked out for Pannell. No harm, no foul, Mitch.
Cleanly through either way. Pannell got through it anyway, but that could have been even worse for the both of them, but luckily they got through.
There's Jeremy Brio leading now by 1.5 seconds over Cody Pannell in the maroon Falcon. Then Simkowski in the Dayglow Orange Falcon, running in the third position. Tommy Reynolds now only 7 seconds behind Al Simkowski with 10 laps to go. Donald Ray in the fourth position has a 7-second advantage over Seth Wansing in sixth. Massachusetts' Tom Sears. Well, look at the damage on Wansing there, Mitch. He currently hit something hard and currently is having a tough time driving that race car. Tom Sears in the 7th position finds himself almost a full minute off the lead. Ryan Pannell is in 8th. Dustin Painter in 9th with a severely damaged Rainbow Commodore. And then Cody Riggs in 10th is the last car on the lead lap.
A few cars with some blisters on their car at the moment, so a few drivers getting into some trouble here at the moment. And yeah, Simkowski's around.
third place, Al Simkowski goes around in his Dayglow Orange Ford Falcon. There goes third place to Tommy Reynolds, 8 seconds behind the leaders now. Here comes Donald Ray in the rose-colored Falcon, now chasing down Simkowski. Credit to the 99, however, he did keep it off the wall. Let's see what bit him in the chicane here, Mitch.
He's just not got enough there at the moment, and I can't. Yeah, it's just the curve again, we said it all night so far. The curve is absolutely lethal around here, and it's caught out one of our top 3 drivers.
Jeremy Brio in that first position there. Cody Pannell rocking the second spot. 0.6 of a second the gap, and Pannell is closing him down in the final 9 circuits. Ohio's Terry Gabbard with a spot of trouble, but he keeps that blue Ford moving. Al Simkowski in 4th. He's got 2.25 seconds over Donald Ray. It seems safe enough. Tommy Reynolds now 10 seconds behind second place, Cody Pannell, and it's a half second separating the top 2, Mitch.
Close, absolutely close between these two at the moment. It's probably steady as she goes to the moment. Pannell thinks about it. He actually does think about it, and a little bit of a touch, but not enough for a turnaround. And Brio holds on for now, but Cody Pannell was thinking about that move, but he just didn't get enough of it.
First and second, 74-28. GM versus Ford in this 6-race Supercar Series. 8 laps to go in this one in the next week's finale at the Texas Motor Speedway. Jeremy Brio ahead of Cody Pannell. Al Simkowski has come down pit road, Mitch, and it looks like he might have had another issue. Let's have a look here. No, this is the same issue headed into the chicane. And he just caught too much air, but if we fast forward, I want to see where he got the damage on the right-hand side here, Mitch, because he really is missing a chunk out of that race car.
And that's an unusual one.
It is, and we're moving at ridiculous speed now, but just to see what happened to Simkowski, I can only imagine having him in turn 1 where he made contact with the wall. But nevertheless, Simkowski comes down pit road. Now he's still holding on to the 6th position. He's out of pit road. He's still in 6th, and he is 18 seconds behind Seth Wansing with 7 laps to go at the line, Mitch, and Cody Pannell has Jeremy Brio up his rearview mirror by 0.4.
Pannell goes for the move where he tried to the previous lap and didn't get it done, but this time he got it cleanly done. And now he tries to see if he can pull away from Brio here.
0.6 between them. These two, there goes Brio wiggling out of that infield. Brio has been giving it a full send all race long, and we've seen that these two friends are not afraid to lean on each other. The sun setting in the backdrop of Charlotte, North Carolina. Cody Pannell leading Jeremy Brio by half a second out of the infield section, and a quickly approaching Tommy Reynolds is only 6.5 seconds behind the top 2. Mitch, they're coming to 6 laps to go. Do you think there's enough time?
Well, the thing is for Tommy Reynolds right now is he probably needs those two to battle out hard up the front is what he needs, because it looks like when things are steady, they're pretty much on the same pace, but he is gaining time. He needs to gain all that time, and final lap could be very interesting.
Cody Riggs removing himself from the situation like the Kentucky gentleman that he is. The slate-colored number 3 sits in the 9th position, now 1 lap down, so that leaves local boy Ryan Pannell, cousin to race leader Cody. The last car on the lead lap. Brio looking to the inside of Cody Pannell. Mitch, he's starting to line him up. 5 laps to go next time around. There goes Brio. There goes Brio, who got way loose out of the corner, and all that time right there, Mitch, the lap prior, we said he was giving it the full send, and he really gave it the Tokyo Drift out of that 4th corner, and it's 1.5 seconds now between the top 2.
Not over yet, but that margin's lost, and he now has to really get back on it here and try to gain that margin back if he can.
Cody Pannell ahead of Jeremy Brio. Tommy Reynolds in third, now really closing that gap. It was 5 seconds before Brio entered the chicane. 3 seconds, the gap between these two drivers now. Donald Ray in the fourth position. He seems secure. Same with Seth Wanting, who's got opposition 12 seconds either side of him. He's nursing that Dayglow yellow number 9 Commodore back to the garage. It'll be 4 to go, Seth. Hold on to her. Dustin Painter rounding out the top 10 in his rainbow-colored number 6-5 at the front, Mitch. Cody Pannell leading Jeremy Brio by 2.6 seconds. Tommy Reynolds now getting closer by the lap.
Yeah, Pannell now moving that margin away. I think Brio's just struggling with his car at the moment. He's just struggling to keep it on track at the moment. And he just needs to find something in these final 5 laps to maybe try to get close enough for a move, because as you can see, Tommy Reynolds is closing in and Brio could lose P2.
Jeremy Brio, the points leader coming into tonight's race. He had an 12-point gap to Terry Gabbard in that second position. Gabbard sitting in 11th right now. Won't be a challenge points-wise for Brio by the time the checkered flag flies, but Tommy Reynolds looking to leapfrog Terry Gabbard and get closer to points leader Jeremy Brio. 3.8 seconds the gap, and it's 2 seconds up to Cody Pannell, Mitch. So as Brio is getting closer to the 28, the 7 car is getting closer to Brio. Looking at the lap time history over the last 5 laps on the bottom of your screen this last time around, Jeremy Brio quicker than Cody Pannell by 1.2 seconds, and it looks like that time he was quicker than Tommy Reynolds. He may have been quicker than him by 1.5 seconds, Mitch. Work that math out.
Yes, work it out. It's not that easy to figure it out, everybody, but all we can say right now is that these final few laps is going to be very, very close.
Jeremy Brio, 1.5 seconds behind Cody Pannell. It will be 3 laps to go next time by. There you see the drivers completing almost 50 miles tonight. Well, more than 50 miles. That math is incredibly wrong, but then again, my math is never right. It was a 25 lap race here. Going to be just over 50 miles completed tonight, and Jeremy Brio within 1.5 seconds. Tommy Reynolds in the distance, Mitch. Who do you got?
Well, it could come down to what happens here between Pannell and Brio here at the moment. It is around a second the gap. You have to say Pannell is in the hot seat to win this, but he just doesn't want to make any more mistakes.
Brio can smell the fumes coming off of that maroon-colored Ford Falcon. There it is, 1.2 seconds the gap. That last time around, Brio quicker than Pannell by 0.5 second. Reynolds quicker than Brio by 1.2 seconds. Looking at the sector difference now, Mitch. Through Sector 1, Cody Pannell 0.2 slower than Brio. Through Sector 2, Cody Pannell 0.6 slower than Brio. The gap 1 second, and it's 2 laps to go next time by.
And Reynolds closing in as well. It just seems like that early part of the stint, Reynolds doesn't have the pace, but later on in the stint, he's incredibly quick over everybody else. So he's going to be a factor probably on the last lap, because it's going to really be down to this top 2 here at the moment. Brio closing in, but where can he find that chance for the move on Cody Pannell?
Brio getting just a bit closer to the wall there. Pannell has a very slight advantage coming through that 3rd and 4th, NASCAR 3 and 4, excuse me. I think this is turn 15 and 16. I have no idea. There's so many corners here, but it's been a brilliant race as the shadows cascade over the front straight. 2 laps to go, and it's just over. 4 miles remaining. Mitch Pannell, Brio, Reynolds running 1, 2, 3. Ford, Holden.
Very close. very, very close. Lap cars getting out of the way. Very well done to them. It's going to be a close fight here to the finish with 2 laps to go. Reynolds may not have enough time to get up into this fight, but we'll have to wait and see.
Terry Gabbard brings his race car in. There goes Cody Pannell, Jeremy Brio, and Tommy Reynolds trailing behind. Out of the infield section, the white flag will be in the air. Next time by, Cody Pannell leading Jeremy Brio by 0.7 of a second. Headed into this final chicane now. Cody Pannell, will he get out of this chicane cleanly? He's gone around before, as has Tommy Reynolds. Pannell through, Brio through, Reynolds through. White flag in the air this time, Mitch. What does Cody Pannell need to do to win this race?
Keep it on track at the moment. Doesn't want to make a mistake. If he can hold on, he can win this race. And it looks like this lap, he's got the pace at the moment just to pull away. Reynolds hunting there behind, but I think it's going to be a little too late for him.
Brio sending it in and following that maroon car. Reynolds smoking the tires. 2 seconds the difference, and Pannell's gone around. Pannell's lost it. There goes the lead. Jeremy Brio to the inside. He's got Pannell out of the infield section. Pannell went in way too hard. Sends it super hard through turn 4. Wiggling out of that section, Mitch. There goes Reynolds with the same mistake. 1.1 seconds the gap through the infield section. Out of the infield into NASCAR 1. It's 1.5 seconds now, and Jeremy Brio running away with this lead on the last lap. Brio leading, Mitch. Pannell is in second, but looks like Brio got a terrible exit. Cody Pannell's going to have a great chance coming into the final corner, Mitch.
Yeah, it's going to be close here to see what goes down here on this final lap.
Reynolds to the inside of Pannell. There goes second place for Pannell. Tommy Reynolds in the lead. Jeremy Brio leading and on a sensational final lap maneuver for the race win. Jeremy Brio comes through the final chicane, and he will hold it together and win the AROC semifinal at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Tommy Reynolds in second, Cody Pannell crashing across the line in third, and a brilliant, thrilling finish to that race.
What a finish. Great finish between those 3 drivers. Absolutely incredible. Wow.
Let's go back and review that last lap. The white flag came out, and Cody Pannell led Jeremy Brio across that line. Back to the white flag. Let's have a look. The Georgian Cody Pannell leading into turn 1. Heartburn turn, and you can see on the first corner, went in way too hard. Jeremy Brio came out with the lead. And that was all she wrote. That's your race-winning move from Jeremy Brio in car 74.
That was the move that got him the race lead, and the mistake for Pannell, really.
One more look off the spotter stand. There goes Pannell, who smokes it in hard. Jeremy Brio to the inside, takes advantage when he needed to. Car 74 coming into tonight's race with the points lead. Jeremy Brio will head into the championship final with one hand on that trophy, and that $100 DI9 Designs gift card is almost his.
Yeah, it's almost his, but there's still one more to go and anything can happen, but he's looking like the man to take it.
Next week, the championship final from the Texas Motor Speedway Oval. Jeremy Brio giving it a big skid in celebration and celebrating in style. What a way to get that victory, Mitch. It's Jeremy Brio's 3rd win in these 5 races. Next week, he'll be going for his 4th win in 6 V8 Supercar starts, and he'll look to seal that title. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have top 3 interviews in just a moment. On the podium now with our top three after a thrilling V8 supercar finish at the Charlotte Motor Speedway road course. Our third place finisher tonight's bronze medalist, Cody Pannell. You had the white flag, buddy. Heartburn Turn really got the best of you.
Yeah, it did. I think that was the first time I locked it up going into that turn the entire race. So that really sucks. And this makes 4 in a row that I've lost on the white flag. So I don't know what this little streak is that I got going, but I'm ready to shake it. But overall, that was a lot of fun racing with Jeremy. Pretty much the whole race we were bumper to bumper, and I don't think we ever made contact. We even went through the backstretch chicane side by side once and never touched. So it's always fun racing with him. Congratulations to him on the win. And I think he may have gotten the championship. I'm not sure. But either way, congratulations to him. And hopefully I can do a little better next week on an oval.
We're going to Texas next week, Cody, and I'll tell you what, you're only 27 points out of prize-paying positions. So we'll see you next week at Texas. Congratulations on that bronze medal.
Yeah, Rick, I appreciate it, man.
Mitchie, you've got our silver medalist tonight.
Well, Tommy Reynolds, talk us through that. Mixed race, lots happening, and managing up in that top 3 towards the end of this race. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really disappointing. From lap 1 to the end, it was like just a fight back. I made a dumb mistake on lap 1, and I tried battling back through the field. I got through cleanly, but I was hoping Jeremy would run out. That's the only way I was going to be able to catch him. I caught him by, I don't know, 20-something seconds. So, I mean, good win to Jeremy, but I mean, I did all I could.
Yeah, well, you did do well in the end to get up there, but still well done. And next week, Texas, how you feeling for the final race?
Not sure. After Michigan, it's going to be a close one for sure. Came up just short there too. So yeah, we'll see. That track's going to be pretty unpredictable.
It definitely will be. Thank you, Tommy Reynolds, P2, and Rick. Take it away with our gold medal winner.
Our race-winning interview brought to you by the beautiful folks over at DI9 Designs, the Chase Elliott custom graphic design page on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at DI9 Designs. They post graphics on all platforms multiple times a week on top of taking requests on all types of logos, Chase Elliott wallpapers, iRacing schemes, and more. Follow and DM them for more details. They're not affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports or Chase Elliott. Be sure to use code DI9 Designs for free shipping on your diecast and merch orders over $20 on CircleBDiecast.com. And now the winner, driver of the banana-colored number 74 Holden Commodore, Jeremy Brio, with your third win in 5 AROC starts. The championship is not clinched by a long shot, but headed into Texas with this win, you've got a 26-point gap and one hand on the trophy.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be an easy fought championship. I think it's going to be one of the best championship fights I'm probably going to have to go through, especially with Texas, because it's going to be I don't know. I think it's going to be like a plate race. I don't know. I haven't raced there. I haven't tested there yet, but yeah, that was a hell of a race with Cody and Tommy. It sucks what happened to Tommy because he was on the pole and then got screwed over by the green flag going in the middle of the front stretch chicane, and then I don't know what happened in the turn 1. I think I squeezed him, and that might have been my fault. But other than that, I shouldn't have won that race. If Tommy didn't get turned around in turn 1, I think he would have won the race. If I magically didn't get enough fuel at the end, which I did, I don't understand how I had enough fuel to make it. Tommy should have won. So, and then if the race was a lap shorter, Cody should have won. So I just got lucky. I think that's probably one of the luckiest wins of my racing career.
Officially, you went 13 laps on 1 tank of fuel. Quite the stretch to go and win this race, but a brilliant job. Congratulations on that victory, and we'll see you in 7 days' time for the championship final from Texas.
All righty. Thank you, Rick.
Mitch, that was fun.
It's a fun race between the top three. It was a fun race throughout the field as well, and we still got Texas to come for our finale.
The championship decider next Thursday night at the Texas Motor Speedway Oval right here on Rick James TV1. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to crown the first V8 Supercar champion in the Alliance Racing Championship Series. Won't you be there? Please join us for more fun. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of